Hey ladies, how are you? It's Lynsey here and we're here for another Monday. Oh my goodness. And it really is getting to that sort of pointy end of the year, right? And the reason I wanted to jump on to you today and talk about navigating the Christmas party season with confidence, and I'm going to give you some essential tips to help you through the period, which is obviously that Christmas festivities and eating and drinking, and how we can control some of those symptoms by looking after ourselves a little bit better. And it sparked me over the weekend to talk about this because we actually had, hey Joe, we actually had my mum-in-law's 80th on Saturday, and then we had Tilly's, it wasn't her, it was just her birthday party. It was not actually her birthday. Her birthday's actually in December, but we always have a party before school finishes because it's so hard to get kids together. So we had 2 massive days of eating, drinking, celebrating, and you know how it is. So today I actually feel really tired from the weekend, and I drank heaps of water. I actually didn't drink any alcohol, I don't think. No, I didn't, because I was driving, but just a different food, and the food was, I suppose heavier and not what I'd normally eat, but it was really yummy. But I'm actually feeling the effects of it today. Hey Michelle, how you going? So I've got 5 tips for you tonight, alrighty, and they are really straightforward. Hey Janelle. Janelle was just telling me there's been an earthquake in the Philippines, but not near her, but she's safe. So we all send lots of love to the people over there who have just experienced that. Hope everyone's okay. Hey Melissa, how you going? So so some of the things we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about your self-care. Okay, so how you actually look after yourself through this period is really important. We're going to talk about moving your body. So it doesn't have to be full-on crazy exercise, but you need to keep your body moving, alrighty? It's a non-negotiable. Employing my 80-20 rule. So when I work with my clients, I have what I call an 80-20 rule. I can't speak properly today either. An 80-20 rule. So listen in for that one. And then prioritizing sleep. Alrighty, and feeling of calm, or feelings of calm. So we really need to work, remember, on that nervous system and making sure that we're actually not too wired, because we don't want that cortisol to stay elevated. And then staying hydrated, and especially in Queensland, because obviously when summer hits, it is full on, you're sweating all the time. And I'm going to talk about not just being hydrated with water. Alrighty, it's really important that we get those electrolytes balanced as well, because when we're losing sweat, we're not only losing fluid, we're losing lots of other things as well. So we're losing essential nutrients that you need to put back in other ways. Alrighty, so evening still, how you going? We're still in the post office this afternoon. So I'm actually going live from my new office in Newport. So for the people who live around the area, I've moved out of home and I'm now sharing a space with a chiropractor and a cosmetic eyebrow lady. So I'll have to go and see her as well. And yeah, it's such a beautiful space, but it is a little bit echoey at the moment, but I will get that sorted. We just haven't got a lot in here at the moment. I've got very high ceilings. So, okay, so what do we need to do to look after ourselves, ladies? Alrighty, we need to start with the self-care immediately. Alrighty, and what is that going to look like for you? Okay, so for the run up to Christmas, you're going to have all of the things going on. Like, I know not this week, but particularly next week, I think I've got 5 events, school events that I've got to go to for Tilly's graduation because she's finishing year 6. So you've got those extra things added into your work day. You've got, things like maybe your exercise might drop off. You've got extra maybe drinks at work that you might be going to. So it's really important that you put your own self-care first. So I mean putting aside an hour a day for you to either go and do some exercise, go and get your nails done, maybe going for a swim, having a walk, catching up with maybe some friends for lunch, that you maybe haven't seen for a while, but make this step a non-negotiable, okay, for yourself. So today I went for a walk with the dog this morning. I've been to Pilates, and that is, I consider that my self-care. I've looked after myself, I've eaten well, and you know, this is not light and fluffy woo stuff, ladies. This is mental health nurturing. We need to look after ourselves, okay? And you just have to put yourself first, and you need to, you know, not feel guilty about it. You just need to say, this is my time. I'm going to have an hour of me time, whatever that might be for you. You might just want to go and sit at the beach. You might just want to go and just go for a walk and chill with your headphones on and listen to an audio book or something. Alrighty, so I think, you know, for so many women, we run around after everyone else. We do all the we do everything for everyone else. Hey Shirley, hey Marianne, but we just don't put enough time aside for ourselves. Alrighty, so ladies, you need to make that a non-negotiable, and tell your family, tell them, this is what I'm doing, and I'm doing it for me. The next one, and this is really high on my list, and you need to put it high on your list as well, it's movement. Okay, so we need to keep moving, and we need to keep moving. It might be, you know, I always consider exercise like a chill pill for me. I've exercised all my life. I've worked in the fitness industry, and Marianne, who's on here, we used to work together at Good Life. How funny is that? Hey Marianne, long time ago now. So it's so important, not only for perimenopause and menopause, but also for our mental health, releasing those endorphins, releasing those really good feel-good hormones, right? We need the exercise, we need the movement, we need to get the blood flowing. And you know, that stagnation that we get if we don't move is just not very healthy for us. And obviously science basically says it, that, you know, consistency shows that regular exercise improves your mood. You know, it releases the serotonin and the dopamine when we move. So we need to just find something that you enjoy, and you don't have to go to a gym. Just go for a walk. And as you mostly hear me bang on about with my clients, is 10,000 steps is a non-negotiable, and I really love you to get doing some strength training as well. Alrighty, so whatever it looks like for you, you might like to go to a Pilates class, you might like to go to, you know, Pilates Reformer, which is really beneficial. You might want to go and seek some help around lifting some weights and do some body weight exercises and get started in a gym. But if you don't want to do that, you need to just find something that you enjoy. You might enjoy hiking, you might just enjoy going for a swim. Just keep moving, okay? And all through the holidays, get up, go for a walk in the mornings, or, you know, just get up and move. Do something, get the family out, go for a bike ride. There's so many things that we can do, you know, go and enjoy that time with your family, get everyone out together and make it a thing that over the holidays you're gonna do some movement each day somehow. And I know lots of people do it, but I know it also drops off as well when we get really busy. So in this period now, particularly from now leading up to Christmas, that's when I find people drop off on all of their good habits, because things are changing so much and it's hard to maintain it. But you just need to have it at the forefront of your mind that, you know, the more you go into the, you know, drinking, eating, not sleeping well, skipping meals, that's when your symptoms are going to become way worse and you're going to feel really awful. Alrighty, so it's really important that we try and stay on track as much as we can, but still enjoy ourselves. That's my 80-20 rule. You can still have a drink, you can still go and eat, you know, some other food, but we just want to make sure we've got this nearby, our water. Alrighty, and I'm talking about mostly moving for 20 to 30 minutes a day. Alrighty, so it's manageable, it's not a long time, but just, you know, just keep moving. Just go for a walk around the block, something like that. Or if you've got a punch bag, go and give that a few wallops if you're feeling a bit like cracking the shits. Alrighty, so the 80-20 rule. So my 80-20 rule that I use with my clients is, yes, Christmas is coming. Yes, it's a season where we want to eat some, you know, some really yummy food. and drink a few cocktails and have a few wines and have a few champagnes. So what I say to people is choose wisely. I don't drink red wine, I don't really drink white wine, I really don't drink a lot of champagne or anything like that, because I know that sets off a lot of my symptoms and I don't like the feeling at all. So I would stick to things like gin and tonic, I would stick to soda waters, I would stick to, like, I don't like a lot of fizzy drinks, so I would take myself, if I go to somebody's house, maybe some kombuchas and drink those if I was driving. I just love like just soda water with lime and lemon. And you could add, you know, some vodka into that. So all the white spirits are going to be way better for you, and they're going to help you feel a lot fresher the next day than, say, your red wines. And, you know, if you love that and you don't want to give that up, then I get that too. But I'm just helping you with some ideas of things that you could potentially change, you know, for the Christmas period or gone by, so that you're not, you know, in a position whereby you think, oh God, this is, you know, really awful. The other thing I have found are some little drinks. I'll have to get the name of them for you. I can't remember what they're called now. And they're non-alcoholic, but they're made with like botanicals, and they're actually really lovely as well. We actually, Jez and I ordered a couple of different ones, and we've tried them, and they're really great. If you're driving, going to someone else's house, at least you've got something that you feel like you're having, you know, you're joining in. You're not just sitting there drinking your water. I'll just sit with my water, because I know how that feels as well. But with the 80-20 rule, eat your pavlova, eat your chocolates, but don't go eating them like every single day. Like, just have that, you know, maybe Christmas Day, and then the rest of the time you can just go back to, you know, to your really good habits again. And when you're going out with, you know, work and things like that, and you're going out for meals, if you can, try and pick the option that's going to be, you know, more not as, you know, might not be as tasty, or you might not fancy it, but, you know, fried foods are going to set things off, your symptoms off. So, you know, go for a fish, or, you know, something that's going to be more beneficial to your symptoms. Opting for whole foods, and keeping it, you know, uncomplicated through the silly season, really. Obviously, just with keeping it simple is the easiest thing, and your liver will be happy with that too. And it will stop also the blood sugar spiking as well that we tend to get, and especially if, you know, you've got a thyroid issue as well. Drinking to your health, so we've sort of touched on water, but when in Queensland, for instance, when you are, you know, we're sweating here, when it's really hot, you need to replace your electrolytes, okay? So water just doesn't cut it. So people will still, you know, a lot of people will faint and keel over, and it's because they've been drinking water, but they haven't actually replaced the electrolytes. So as you sweat, you're losing salts, and you'll lose, those are your electrolytes. So we need to replace them as well. So you can get the electrolyte, like icy poles from the chemist, you can freeze them and have those. Or you can drink coconut water. Coconut water is a great replacement over just water. Obviously, there's things like your Gatorades and stuff like that, but again, they're full of sugar, so they're not going to be that great, or you're not going to feel that great later on once you've drunk a few of those. So if you can, I'd stick with the coconut water, and that's a really, really great alternative. And you know, it goes really nice in drinks as well. Especially when it's cool or it's cold. So Michelle's just said here, they're a local company that makes a twisted soda called Bin Juice, made by the Ibis Brewing Company. Oh, that sounds interesting. Yeah, pop them in here. If there's anything, ladies, that you are utilizing, or you know, alternative drinks that you find are really nice, then let us know, and I'll drop my link in there for that drink. Sorry, my internet connection is not very great. It keeps telling me that it's... Can you still hear me? Just give me a thumbs up if you can still hear me. So anyway, so yeah, put your links in if you have got any really yummy drinks that you are that you've tried or maybe utilizing. So, you know, with our bodies being 70% water, we really need water for, you know, digesting our food, for breathing, for going to the toilet, for keeping you regular. So it's really important, and also for us perimenopausal, menopausal women to regulate your body temperature. So if you're not hydrated, you might feel worse, and that's when you start getting the hot flushes or the night sweats. So again, when you're drinking alcohol, it's really important to stay hydrated with your water at the same time, okay? Or drink some coconut water to replace those electrolytes, all right? That's a big tip for when you are drinking. Don't just keep drinking and have no water. You need to just top up on your water all the time. And a good tip with your urine, if you are hydrated, it will be really quite a light yellow color. And if you're not, it will be very dark. And then if it's very dark, you need to get some water into you because you're already dehydrated, okay? Back tip from my nursing days. The other thing you can do with what I call Operation Hydration is in the mornings when you wake up, if you are going out for the day or you know you're going to a party in the afternoon, wake up and drink some water. Make sure you have water and some lemon in it, and that's going to help your liver survive as well, because your poor liver takes an absolute hammering over the festive season. And maybe take a water bottle with you that you can sip as well, so you are having some water throughout the day as well. Fresh lemon will definitely support your liver. And the other thing that's really good is grated ginger. That's going to help with the digestion system as well. So fresh ginger, grated into either a water bottle, or you can just put it in a cup or whatever and just drink it. That's going to give your stomach some heat, and it's going to help obviously process and digest for you. And obviously you can drink things, you know, infused teas and stuff like that. Iced teas are great. I love making good iced tea. And the last thing really is prioritizing feelings of calm, and also prioritizing your sleep. So when I talk about feelings of calm, what I'm talking about there is helping you to lower or keep your nervous system not so wired, okay? So we don't want that cortisol going off and staying up there. We want to make sure that our nervous systems are calm. So you can do that by obviously not rushing around, not getting too stressed, using breathing exercises and techniques to help you stay calm. Alrighty, so if you do feel your levels rising, or you feel yourself getting quite anxious, or there's the anxiety, or you feel the palpitations in your heart like more, and you know that that's that anxiety, then you need to catch it, and you need to just sit yourself down and just calm yourself down and just breathe and just breathe and just breathe. And when I talk about breathing, we want to take it away from the chest and we want to breathe into the belly. Okay, so we want to take really deep breaths into the belly. Alrighty, and you can see my shoulders drop back down again. So you want to do that as many times as you need, just breathing in, hold your breath for a couple of seconds, and then just slowly breathe back out again until you feel that sort of calmness. Alrighty, and whatever it takes. You might be sitting in a car park and there's people just going all over the place. Take a breath and just calm everything down. Alrighty, and then sleep. Sleep is where we all restore, recover at night, okay? So it's really important that you do prioritize your sleep and make sure you are getting some really good hours sleep. And I know through the holidays, we stay up later, we're partying with friends, but even the next day, if you are off, then use that time to have a nap. Have an afternoon nap and don't feel bad about it. Alrighty, if you haven't had sleep the night before, excuse me, I'm just gonna have a sip of water. If you haven't had good sleep the night before, then take the advantage, if you are off, to have a little rest. And if you are on the beach, make sure you've just got some sunscreen on and cover yourself over, go under an umbrella and just have a nap. And that is gonna just help your body reset and recover as well, especially through this perimenopause, menopause time that we don't want to ramp those symptoms up, because if you're going to once those symptoms are ramped up, then we've got to work to bring everything back into alignment again, okay, which is not always easy. So one little thing that I use for my clients when it comes to inflammation and helping them reduce inflammation is curcumin. And this is the stuff that I use. So if you have, we're all inflamed, right? Inflammation is basically disease. So once you've got inflammation, disease will set in somewhere, and especially in our tissue. Hence why I run the hair tissue mineral analysis, because we can look at what's going on biochemically in your body and really understand where you're missing your nutrients. So you might be eating food thinking you're doing really well, but your gut is not breaking it down and is not absorbing it, hence why you're mostly not feeling that great. So we all have inflammation, and to drive that inflammation down, you will have heard, curcumin or turmeric is really good for that. But unfortunately, turmeric is what we call hydrophobic, and it doesn't like water. So we are 70%, 80% water. So if you put that stuff in a capsule, it's not going to be utilized. Alrighty. So what this stuff does is it's a little German science that the particles get into the cell, and then the nano particle opens up, and then the curcumin stays in the cell for up to 24 hours. Hence why we get really great results on inflammation, pain, driving down inflammation, eczema, gut issues, all of the things. So all of my clients get started on these boys to try and help, break down any inflammation that we might have sitting there. So ladies, I'd like to offer anyone who's interested, if you want to buy a bottle and you want to try it, then let me know. It's $85 and that includes your postage, and I can express post it and get it to you before Christmas. I don't have a huge amount of stock at the moment because obviously it just goes out like the wildfire when I get it in, because I use it on all of my clients, and most of them will stay on it for a little bit as well. So let me know if you're interested and you want to try some. Drop curcumin, or you can just put curcumin, CURCUMIN, into the comments, and I can definitely have a chat with you. The only people that would struggle taking it are people who are on blood thinners, purely because curcumin will thin the blood too, but majority of other people, people on other medications and things, should be fine. Alrighty, so I hope that's been a little bit, I hope that's helpful in going into this Christmas period, and you can utilize some of those tips. I think that, the biggest thing is making sure you do get sleep, you stay hydrated, and you still enjoy yourself. And, you go and eat and drink and be merry, but, you back it up the next day, or not back it up the next day. Well, back it up the next day with some self-care, some hydration, and make sure you also get some good nutrients into you as well. So guys, I hope you have an amazing week ahead. We've still got a few more weeks. I won't be finishing up until the 21st of December. So if you are interested in getting in now before the January rush, which is always a little bit cray-cray, and you want to run your HTMA now, and you want to get tested before Christmas, we can absolutely do that, because the labs are all open until the 21st and 22nd of December, and then it will just be a case of waiting for your results back in January, and most of them are back on the 4th of Jan. So let me know, you know where I am, and the sooner you get onto this stuff and the sooner you nail the inflammation issue, then the better you're going to feel, and obviously the less symptoms you're going to have. All right, lots of love to you all, ladies, and I will hopefully see you in the group this week. And if not, you're around and about and you're busy, I'll see you somewhere. Take care. Have a great week.